Just missed opportunities was ultimately what it came down to. We had chances earlier in the game to put some runs up on them, and we missed out on those. And then they scored and they capitalized off the chances and opportunities they had, and we didn't. And then when we tried to come back late, we just didn't have enough.
What were your thoughts on the fight that your team showed at the end to cut that deficit down to two? Is that something you guys can build off of heading into this final series?
Well, I mean, when you look at it, we've been that way all year. Like I said, unfortunately, some of the times we've dug ourselves that hole and then climbing out of a hole that we've dug. So the energy that we spent digging the hole, if we just eliminate that, we'd be in a better situation. But yeah, you always want to reward and you want to basically empower them to have that resiliency. So I'm glad that they show it, but I'd rather us not put ourselves in those holes.
When you look at the series as a whole, what were some of the things specifically in the last two games that you feel like kind of made the difference in this being a series loss instead of a series win?
Executing pitches at times, and then not capitalizing off of offensive opportunities. When we had guys on base, we needed to move a runner over, not being able to bunt with guys not bearing down. And, we had some situations there where, hey, it's runner at second base, nobody out, 2-strike situation. I don't need you to get a hit. I need you to put the ball in play and move the runner to third base. So we just understanding how to play the game the right way, and that's something that we're constantly teaching and trying to educate them on, and we just have to continue that process for the next week.
I'm not. You can go ahead, Cal.
No, go ahead.
I'm not sure what the other SEC baseball results have been for the day, but heading into this final series, you probably are going to need some help to make it to the SEC tournament. What's kind of the goal that you have for your team heading into that final series, whether it's, keep staying alive to possibly make the field or just trying to build off something for next year?
Again, I think it's just the idea of understanding that every day you have an opportunity to play this game, you better take advantage of it. Because you never know when that day is going to come where you can't play it, regardless of what's at stake. Regardless of the tournament, whether we're not going to make the tournament, doesn't matter. You wake up, you put your feet on the floor, and you have an opportunity to come out and play baseball, you should enjoy that day to the fullest.
I think it is quite statistically improbable to make the tournament now. Is it just when you take a macro look at the season, was this team ready? Was this team capable of making it to Hoover?
I think they were capable. Were they ready? Obviously not, but definitely capable. We talked about at the beginning of the year of where we were, who we were, what we had to do to put ourselves in a position to do that. And unfortunately, the biggest thing was just play good baseball consistently, and we couldn't do that on a regular basis. And so that's where we have to continue to drive that point home these last 3 games, and then really, really make that a point of emphasis and be very fundamentally sound and elementary when we come back in the fall next year to start getting them to understand we have to do the little things right all the time, not just some of the time, but we have to do them right all the time, and then that will lead to bigger things.